Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and you're here for your free picks for Sunday, June 25th. Well, guys, after a busy Saturday, especially in the MLS where we had 14 games on the schedule on Saturday, we are moving on to Sunday and some games that we have going on in Norway in that Eliteserien, which is a highly entertaining league with a few great teams and a lot of games where we usually see a lot of goals. With a few postponed games on Sunday, we still have a decent slate to talk about. We have 5 games going on, and they're kicking off at 11 a.m. Eastern, and then the last game of the day is at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. If you want more free picks, go to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, guys. Check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button because we put out daily videos for baseball and whatever is going on right now. There's a bunch of soccer going on throughout the summer, despite all of the top European football leagues being on a break. And of course, if you want my best bets, click the link in the description of this video, and that will get you up to my page on the Pick Dawgz website where you can sign up. Like I said, guys, we have 5 games to talk about, and without further ado, let's get this show on the road. The first game we have is between Hamcom and Odds BK. Two teams that have been very sloppy in the Eliteserien so far this season, especially Hamcom, who is one of the worst defensive teams in the league. That is the worst defensive team in the league with 26 conceded goals in 10 games, and that's an average of almost 3 conceded goals per game. Offensively, they're not doing much. They're barely averaging 1 goal per game this season. And whether they play at home or on the road, they are having a lot of problems. And I honestly don't understand why they are being the favorites here against Odds BK, who, okay, let's be honest, hasn't been the greatest so far, but they are much better defensively, and they are averaging almost 1 goal per game scored so far this season. I think this is going to be an interesting game where both teams kind of feel like they can get a win out of it, or at least a point. And I think we're going to see some chances here. There has been an international break between this game and the last, and we'll see if the teams have done anything to kind of improve their form, get back on the track. But as far as this game goes, guys, I'm going to go with both teams to score. Minus 127. Whenever I see two struggling teams clashing, whether that's on the bottom of the table or closer to the top of the table, they will try to get out of their bad form, and that's going to happen only if they get a positive result out of this game. So I'm going to go with both teams to score. In the next matchup, guys, Molde is hosting Haugesund, sorry about that. And even though they are massive favorites, they haven't been performing at the top level, at least at their top level this season, and they're actually in 6th place with 16 points, and they are already 15 points below the top spot, and I think that being the champions is out of their reach already, but they definitely still have a chance of getting to that European spot, which is the Conference League in Norway. Offensively, one of the best teams in the league. They're averaging over 2 scored goals per game, and they're conceding about 1.5 goals, which might be a positive thing for Haugesund, who hasn't been the best in that attacking end with only 10 scored goals so far. But they are a decent team that definitely will kind of hang around somewhere around the middle of the table, and could potentially be a threat to some of those bigger teams. Whenever we have a big favorite such as Molde in this game, we have to dig a little bit deeper for the value. And Haugesund hasn't won any of their last 12 games against Molde. But even if we take Molde to win in over 2.5 goals, we're getting that at around minus 200 something. So we kind of have to dig a little bit deeper. And I have a feeling that Molde will try to put this game to bed as soon as possible. And for that reason, I'm going to take over 1.5 goals in the first half. It's plus 104. I was expecting a little bit better price, maybe around plus 120 or something like that. But we are getting nice plus money for it, and I'm gonna take it, guys. In the next matchup, guys, we have Rosenborg playing against Sarpsborg, and these two teams are fairly even this season. And the only reason, in my opinion, that Rosenborg is the favorite is because they're playing at home in this game. Sarpsborg is actually above Rosenborg in the standings with 15 points there in that 7th place. However, they haven't had a lot of success against Rosenborg in the past, and of the 23 games since 2011, they have beaten them only 3 times, while losing 15 games, and 5 games ended in a draw. Before the international break, both teams were kind of solid. Rosenborg is undefeated in their last 2 games, and wherever you hear, like whenever you hear the name Rosenborg, you feel like you heard it before, and that is because they are one of those most iconic teams from the Scandinavian football, such as Rosenborg, Malmö, we have Copenhagen and stuff like that. So immediately when somebody mentions the Norwegian Eliteserien, you probably start thinking about Rosenborg if you have been following soccer for a while now. But they have been far from their old glory days, and they will try to get back to that as soon as possible. However, the competition is much stronger in the Eliteserien now than it has been before. But as far as this game goes, they are the home team. In my opinion, they have a little bit more quality, and I think that they are the better team here in general. They are a little bit better offensively and defensively, and we are actually getting Rosenborg at plus money, guys. So I decided to take Rosenborg on the money line here. I think it's definitely worth a shot. It's not gonna be an easy game. We might see both teams to score, but I do like Rosenborg on the money line. In the next game we have is between Tromsø and Stabæk, guys, and Tromsø is actually having a very good season. They are in fourth place. They have scored 14 goals in 10 games, averaging only 1 conceded goal per game, which makes them one of the best defensive teams in the league. And Stabæk on the other side, offensively, yeah, they are even to Tromsø, but defensively they're conceding much more goals, and they're averaging almost 2 conceded goals per game. And that becomes even worse when they are playing on the road, because they are one of the worst teams on the road with only 5 scored goals so far and 13 conceded goals in only 4 games on the road. So the decision for me was very simple in this game, guys. I'm gonna go with Tromsø on the money line at home, plus 106. Definitely the better team this season, and the team in the better form right now. So this was a very easy decision for me, guys. I'm going with Tromsø on the money line. And the last game of the day in the Norwegian Eliteserien is between Strømsgodset and Bodø/Glimt. Bodø/Glimt is at the top of the table right now in Norway. They're the best team overall. They have been among the best teams for the last few years. They have already scored 32 goals this season in 11 games. That's an average of 2.95 scored goals per game. Defensively, the best team in the league by far. Only 9 conceded goals in 11 games. Whether they play at home or on the road, they are at the top of that list. And it's not gonna be an easy match for Strømsgodset. I did expect them to be bigger underdogs than they are at plus 460, simply because they barely have any offense. They're averaging just over a goal per game, conceding 14 goals in 10 games, and they haven't had a lot of luck when playing at home. They are amongst the worst home teams in the league with only 3 scored goals in 4 games, and that's not a good thing, to be honest, especially when you play against such a high octane team like Bodø/Glimt is. So minus 220 on money line on Bodø/Glimt is quite surprising to me, to be honest, but I guess that's a good thing for us because we can take advantage of it, guys. And I'm going with Bodø/Glimt to win and over 2.5 goals in the game, minus 121. I think this price is a steal. Bodø/Glimt might start their games a bit slow. They tend to be a little bit sloppy at the beginning of the game, but once they open up, once they start attacking, especially the second half, basically you're dead. And I'm afraid that's going to happen to Strømsgodset in this game. So I'm taking Bodø/Glimt to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 121. That's it, everyone. These were 5 free picks for the Norwegian Eliteserien on Sunday. Thank you for joining me here. We don't have any MLS on Sunday. We don't have anything in Sweden or Iceland. So this is it for soccer on Sunday. But make sure you subscribe to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, because there will be more picks next week. And we do have a lot of games ahead of us. And before we know it, the top European football leagues will be back at it somewhere in the middle of August. So it's not that far away, guys. That's it, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Good luck with your bets, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.